So, hello guys, it's V2.LIVE. We're just gonna do V2.LIVE because I don't know what else to do. Yes, this is the starting of the podcast. This is how I'm gonna do it. Okay, let's go straight into it. So, what is identity, gang? Yeah. So, identity. What is it? Even I don't know. It's like identity is supposed to be just what you think you are, and that is your identity, is it not? So you can identify, or you can have the identity of being a gym rat, or like a student, a teenager. So having a strong sense of identity makes you more of a stronger individual, catered to what your identity is. So if you have a strong gym identity, your gym gains, like you can tell that someone with a strong gym identity would be buff or like have that physique and stuff. So today the importance of identity is linked to, if you want to change your life, you have to change your identity. You have to change the way you think of yourself. And you have to merge into the identity version of you. And you become who you think you are, and you become that person. So say you want to make £1 million, you want to become a millionaire. You change your mental identity. What you might have, your limiting beliefs right now could be, oh, I'm not good enough, I can't make money, I'm poor, stuff like that. You change your identity and you're like, nah, I'm a millionaire. And you align yourself with being a millionaire. And eventually it will be a part of your identity. So you identify yourself as a millionaire. And eventually you'll become one. Fake it till you make it kind of thing. So identity is very, 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 very important. You get me? I don't know. I don't want to like fake my personality here. Today, I'm so drowsy that I'm just doing it like this. I can't be asked to talk right now. I can't be asked to be alive. So, this is my personality today. A very depressed person. Okay, so another thing is, so other than identity, something else, right? I want to talk about is thinking and thoughts. So I've really learned a lot, right? And something that I've learned is, by learning, is that when you learn, so as in, it's just that you're not your thoughts. You're just the awareness that witnesses your thoughts. What you can observe, you're not that. So if I can observe my arm, I'm not my arm or my body. I can observe this charging port. I am not the charging port. I can observe this biscuit. I'm not the biscuit. What you can observe, you're not that, right? And your thoughts are exactly the same. You are not your thoughts. You're just the witness. People often think they're on the big screen, right? And like, your thoughts play like that. But you're actually the person watching the big screen, watching your thoughts play like that. The thing about me is, it's so difficult for me to think like that. Because I often fall prey to my thoughts, and I say things, or I think things, and I get really stuck, right? And that happens a lot to people as well. Right? You often get really strong intrusive thoughts, or you get really strong paralyzing thoughts, and we believe them, and we give it energy, and we think that we are the thoughts, or we think that the thoughts are actually true, when in reality it's just a thought, right? It's not real. You don't have to give it energy, but it's not, it's easier said than done, right? And I've made the mistake of really listening to my thoughts, and it's like really paralyzed my life, or like really made my life worse, because I've really thought that my thoughts are real, right? And a good way to kind of, something I practiced or I've heard was like, you say out what you're thinking, and that like kind of reduces the power, right? Because it's not like you actually mean what you're thinking, right? So if you say like, I don't know, you have thoughts that you're a disgusting person, right? Or like you'll never be good enough, people will never like you, stuff like that. You have these thoughts and they're really strong. I don't have thoughts like that, but if you have thoughts like that, like saying out loud, like, oh, I'm having the thought that, I'm a disgusting person, and then you have to like ask yourself, is it true? Are you a disgusting person? No, you and then you kind of like talk about it, but you should be very careful of the way you perceive your thoughts, right? And be careful what you say in it, because it's not like. But then that's where like my thing came from, right? That's what I was thinking. So that's where my thing came from. So if I'm the awareness that watches these thoughts, right, then who am I? So if my thoughts are not true, they're just thoughts, right? Let's say, right? Not less like they are, right? But so then who am I? Who are how do I explain what I'm saying? If my thoughts are not true and they're just thoughts, so if I take action, if I do things, say things, then who's speaking? Who's thinking? If I'm just the awareness that witnesses these thoughts, right? If I am awareness, then how do I act, or how do I act on my thoughts? Like, who's acting on them? Or who's doing these things? I don't know how to explain that. Oh my god, with this freaking... what happened? So there's a stand in the car, right? And guess what? I broke the stand. And if we had that stand right now, I don't know where it is. Stand's gone. If we had the stand right now, right, we could easily film this. But to be fair, actually, the stand being broken, I've learned to adapt to my surroundings, gang. You have to learn to adapt. So that's what happened right now. But I actually low-key tend to break everything. I break so many things. I just break things. I don't even mean to break it, bro. It just breaks. That's so sad. I actually hate that so much. Like I won't even do anything and it'll break. Like, literally. No reason. Your identity of being an amazing singer will mean that you'll naturally do things to be an amazing singer, right? You'll probably wake up in the morning, train your vocal cords, drink a lot of water, practice, and you believe you're an amazing singer, or you have that internalized, and that's how you kind of mold yourself to become an amazing singer, right? You gotta believe and you take the actions, and eventually it becomes so ingrained in you that you don't realize you're taking the action. You just do it, It's like, even like a gym person, like if they're focused on, building an amazing physique or being healthy, they'll go to the gym eventually, so much to the point, or like it'll become so ingrained in them that they won't think about going to the gym. They just go to the gym. It's like eating food, basically. You don't eat for the sake of, like, it's like it's like drinking water, or like eating food for fortunate people. Like, it just comes natural, right? And that's how you kind of mold your identity, I think. You just do things consistently for what you identify yourself as, and eventually you become that person And like if you're really into like manifestation or like spiritual stuff, you know, obviously if you've heard of like, you know, I forgot what it's called, quantum something, right? It's like there's infinite realities where you already have what you want, right? So say you want to become a millionaire, there's already a reality where you are a millionaire. You just have to align with that person, with that reality of you. So you take the actions to become a millionaire, and you internalize it, stuff like that. Can't lie, because this is the first episode. I actually don't know what I want to do. Like, do I want to yap a lot and then also be a podcast on the side, or do I want to like be a podcast where I talk mainly? I feel like what I want to do is just kind of like show my main agenda, but I do really want to yap, so maybe I should like make another channel. But then it's like my yaps are good when I'm not thinking, right? When you're, you know, you shouldn't be scripting, not scripted, you get me? So it's like you show your actual personality more, but like I don't know. But obviously this is the first episode, so I would appreciate feedback. You know, the reason why I do a lot of V2.LIVE on Insta is because like that's when I'm actually like in that thought process. But it's like I really don't like the fact that I take it into little short videos. Instead I should like make it into longer branched videos like this. And I want to make the V2.LIVEs I've made on Insta like long form videos, because they are like good video in my opinion, right? I don't know how you guys think, but I would really appreciate a lot of feedback on this, because like, I mean, to be fair, I've already been doing this for a year, right? So it's like I'm actually making it long form instead of like short form content. I don't know how to like edit the videos into this, because like once you make it into a highlight you can't save the video, and I don't know where the videos are. I don't know why I'm talking so fast. I don't want to fake my personality either, you get me? Something, yeah, when you're like on the internet you have to kind of fake your personality, but I don't want to be fake. You know what I mean? Like I want to show who I am, but like at the same time that's kind of impossible, because no one is who they are, you know? Like, but I will do my best to be my most authentic self, because I don't want to fake who I am, right? I want people to be there for me because they actually know who I am, or like they understand me, right? So it's like, obviously you'll find the right people by being who you are. So it's like, you know, you attract the right people by being who you are, or the people who stay, right, are the people like there for you, right? Like, so try and always be true to yourself, I guess. True to like, yeah, just the type of person you are. But like, obviously, you know, being yourself is a great thing, right? You should be yourself, but like, when is being yourself a bad thing? Probably when you start harming people, when you start harming yourself even, right? Like, say you have anger issues and you're being yourself, right? But if you have anger issues, that anger, not only is it affecting you, it's also affecting people, right? You'll lash out at people, and that can damage friendships, damage relationships, you know. So being able to control, you shouldn't change who you are, but you should be able to adapt who you are, right? And if you realize like, oh my god, like me, you know, getting really angry, you know, is harming people, you adapt and you'll be like, I know a lot of people say you should never change for others but for yourself, and that is kind of true, in the sense where like you should make that change of, say, like, let's use the anger example, right? You adapt, like, because when you get angry you're giving power away, you're giving your own energy, you're giving your power away to people, and your energy should be
sacred. Like you should like keep that energy. You get me? So so if just stop saying that. So if you're someone who gets mad at people really quickly, like and you have anger issues in relationships and stuff, maybe obviously taking that time to kind of compose yourself and realize where to store or like how to channel your own energy. That's where the whole of like feeling your energy instead of like just outputting it, because like in spiritual, what I've learned is like you are not actually your emotions, so, or like your thoughts and stuff like that, like I already spoke about. So the thing is like you feel your emotion, you feel who you are, and you feel what you are instead of like just flashing out. My problem with doing a podcast is that I feel like I'll talk about so many topics in one time that all the topics could be a separate video in itself, but I'll just do it in one long video. So I want ideas from you, man. I want ideas. Set me ideas. Please give me the ideas so I can branch out and just do better. Just do a lot of yapping, and maybe you guys can have a point, and I'll try and, I mean, obviously my point is my point, but like I don't know, I just want different points.